Oh yeah, that's the one that goes on a bit longer. I forgot about that. Well, welcome to Saturday Night Live. Oh wait, someone's got that title already. Welcome to Chord Dave Live. On Saturday, this is episode number 68. So next one's the cool one. Anyways, happy Saturday to you, my friend. I hope you are well wherever you may be in this world. It's Saturday night for me right here. So this is a beer, which I didn't top up, which I should have recognized. Anyway, sláinte. Yes. All right. Cool. What a week. It's we seem to say that every week, but hey, it's been a week. Um, Once again, the streaming service is being what I like to refer to as I can't say it on YouTube, a bad word. So we don't have an awful lot of control of the chat right now. So I'm going to go by YouTube's live chat, just hopefully it's all in order. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know what if there's any new guitar purchases in your collection and this week, and if anything's been going on. If you follow YouTube Shorts, you'll have seen that my copy of the collection, the book by Gibson, arrived. It's very cool. It's very large. And we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Anyway, hope you're all well. There's lots of chat comments to get through, so let's dive into them. Let's see how you're all doing. Scott Bogfoot was here first. He's always here first. I don't know. I think he's cheating. But good to see you, Scott. Chai Pup was here. Says, I hear Marshall released some new reissued pedals this week. Haven't seen anything about it anywhere. Could someone provide me more details? Dude, I honestly haven't seen, not honestly, seen anything about those pedals. What it's like, is anyone talking about them at all? But no, all I know is that I can't get a blues breaker anywhere because everyone's after buying that one, apparently. But other ones are available. They're 180 euros, I think. Anyways, that's all I know about them so far. Uh, Scott says he's good, but cold. All right, man. I mean, that's because of where you live. That's your choice. Uh, Chai Pub says we can't all live in the southern hemisphere at this time of year. That's true. Not all of us, just a few of the lucky ones. Scott says I'd rather cold than hot any day. Heat kills me. Cold makes me hate life. I mean, those are two not good things, Scott. So I don't know. Yeah, best of luck. Best of luck with that. Scott Brower's here. Good to see you as always. Scott says we want Dave and play Freebird. Both of those things are not desirable, so you need to get those things checked. But I do appreciate it. I mean, Freebird's great. You don't want me to play it. That's what I mean. Anyways, Scott Brower says, "What's up, Scott? I just subbed to your channel, Scott Bogfoot. By the way, guys, awesome. Just check him out. He's putting out some content on the YouTube. So check it out. Ryan Byrne is here. Good to see you, Ryan. Hope all is well with you, my friend." Scott Bogfoot says, hopefully I don't drive you insane with my crappy cover songs. Dude, you always cheer me up. I enjoy your cover songs quite a bit. So yeah, good job on that. And hey, it's a bit of fun. So keep doing what you're doing. I love it. Ryan says, I'm in hospital, been here a week, hopefully out today though. Damn, man, I hope you're all right. Good news if you're getting out today. So yeah, cheers to that. But hopefully you are doing okay, or at least on the good side of, or the better side of where you were. Seems I waited out in the cold that morning a couple of weeks ago on L&M, caught a rare virus, which led to an even rarer heart infection. Oh, dude. Well, that's quite scary. Says I'll be fine though. Should be out anytime now. Well, that's good, Ryan. Hope I'll give some best wishes to you, sir. Take care of yourself for sure. So yeah, not as bad now. Lots of friendly, attractive nurses here too, dude. It's all about the attractive nurses. But good stuff. Good to see you're keeping yourself amused, which is great. Scott says our nurses are a minimum of 70 years old, dude. Need to move. Anyways, I'm not getting dragged into that conversation. We talk about enough crazy things on this channel. Right, says, oh man, see, I'm in the ER still because all the rooms are full. They put in the new nurses here, all the new nurses here, loads of shooting victims and the like here at night. More cops than doctors around. Well, there you go. That's pretty crazy. But hey, I'm glad you're getting out, man, and yeah, all the best to you. Where are we now? Ryan says, bunch of savages, Moose should be left alone. That guy who looked at you sideways, though, not so much. Well, there you go. Richard Clark is here. Good to see you. Richard says, I'm not here yet, but I will probably go away and watch when it starts. Of course, you can comment on the live stream up to around about an hour before it actually goes live. So probably what Richard is talking about there. But hopefully you're back now, Richard. And thanks for dropping in to say hey. We could all use emojis for the whole show. And watch Dave try to talk about it. Yeah, don't do that, guys. don't do that. I was in the supermarket today and I saw someone who looked just like Cesar. That's Cesar from Gibson. So, and he didn't say hello to me, but he did look at me kind of weird. So that was interesting. That was one weird thing that happened to me today, by the way. If you just put emojis, I'll tell you weird stories like that. Glenn Bailey's here. Good to see you, Glenn. Says, hello, all my family of misfit players. I saw the Marshall pedals on Anderton's reviewing them. I see they go for $249 each. Yeah, that would work out around about that, Glenn. So yeah, expensive. And I guess good. I don't know. A lot of people are excited about them. I don't know. A lot about pedals, as you guys know. Ben Allmarks here says, hello fellas, hope you're all happy and healthy. Hope you're well, Ben. Thanks for joining us. Glenn says, man, Ryan, sorry to hear about that, brother. Hope you're out soon. Get better soon. Indeed. Let me see what else we got. William Forrest is here. Good to see you, William. Hope you're well, my friend. And Dennis Ellis is here. Says, hello, Chord Dave. Howdy, everyone here. Hope we are all well, warm and dry. Indeed, Dennis doing our best. Thank you. Good to see you. Let me see. Glenn says, it seems that your Sweetwater rep is notified when you sell on the gear exchange and have a gift card to use. Mine called me earlier this week asking how it went. Is there any questions on it? That's interesting. Yeah, I know Robert Baker did a video and he was talking about he's going to be setting up using their gear exchange, and you get zero fees under gift if you use gift vouchers and stuff. So, or gift cards and stuff. So interesting that they're trying to push it. I wonder, will it actually take over from Reverb? Reverb do take quite a lot in fees, which I think is everyone overlooks it. Everyone overlooks the fees, man. So if it's, I mean, it's no good to me. I can't sell stuff and get a gift card for Sweetwater. Would do me no good. So yeah, but maybe you guys in the US are going to use it more. I don't know. It's pretty sweet if you want something new in particular. Al is here. Good to see you, Al. Hope you're well, my friend. Glenn says, does anyone use a DI box for recording? If so, has it made a big difference? I do not. So the answer is no, I do not. It has not made a difference. Not at all. T is here. Says, good evening, Chord Dave. Hello to all in chat. Good to see you, T. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Ben says, that must be Dave's band jamming these tracks we hear. It is. That's my band. We're coming up with some new stuff. I wish that was my band. No, it's not. It's definitely not. Al says, did anyone hear about Scott Poley who toured over 100 gigs using a $40 Harley Benton? Yeah. He plays in a Fleetwood Mac tribute band, and his videos are quite interesting, just in general. But I don't usually use Facebook a lot. I don't go on Facebook a lot anymore. But when I do, I see the same things over and over, and his videos are one of them. They're popping up on every guitar-related group. That's why I have Facebook, to check out for interesting stories. Sometimes things leak on these Facebook groups. So I've about 20 or 30 that I'm a part of. And literally every group this week had a link to that video. It's a great video. You should see, they did minimal, modifications to a guitar that he bought on Facebook Marketplace, I think, for $40 or £40 or €40, whatever it was. And yeah, he plays a couple of songs on the Fleetwood Mac show that he plays in, which is really good. Anyways, it This is an interesting video. You should check it out if you guys haven't. Good call, Al. T-Balls here says, "What up, guitar freaks? Good to see you, Anthony. Hope you're well, my friend." And D-Mac is also here, which is great to see. Hope you're well, D-Mac. Ryan says, "I read the story, Scott. Probably one reason I've never heard of the guy." And Al says, or sorry, Glenn says, "Al, I saw it. Haven't watched it yet. Hey, cheaper gear isn't bad." Yeah, it goes to show, like, a professional musician like that using a Harley Benton, and it's the cheap version, isn't it? I think it was an ST20, maybe. Maybe you said that already. I wasn't. No, yeah, I think it's the ST20, which is the cheap version of the what do you call it? The Strat that Harley Benton do. But however, I would like to say it is the fact that it's a half decent guitar. Did they change a pot or something? But he's playing it on like 1 or 2 songs, and he's getting enough out of it for that, and then going back to his more expensive guitars. But cool to show that the cheap guitars are not as crap as they used to be. I enjoyed it. And also just love the fact that there are dudes out there making a living playing in bands like that as a tribute acts is very cool. And filling out these big, well, not big, but like these theaters and stuff like that. That's really cool. Guitar Max did a video on it. Al, you mean, I presume, you mean Guitar Max did a video on the video? That'd be interesting. I haven't seen that. I don't know if I'm subscribed to Guitar Max or if I've just not seen his videos lately. I should be subscribed to him. But anyway, let's have a look and see what else we've got. Micah's here. Good to see you, Micah. You saying that good morning, good peoples, and everyone else. Let's just throw that in just in case some of the people might not be good. Just kidding, you are all the best. Nella's here. Good to see you, Nella. Hope you're well. Sam is here. Says, "Hola, amigo." Thanks for making me drag out my Spanish. I do appreciate it. Hope you're well, Sam and Nella. I hope all's good with you guys. Robert says, "That can't be Dave's band playing. I counted at least 4 chords." Dude, I got a big surprise coming up for you. I'm practicing. I've got nearly 3.5 chords all set. Yeah, but anyway, we will talk about some stuff on the channel. I'm planning some stuff. We'll talk about maybe an additional chord coming in somewhere along the line. Scott makes a very good point here. Anyone new, you will have to subscribe and then wait at least a minute before you can chat on the best chat on YouTube. And sometimes this is the best chat on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed and stuff like that. We've got some very cool people in the chat there to become friends with. Why not? Chai Pup says, "I've got a Gary Moore BFG coming next week. I can't wait." Dude, are you the guy who bought it before I could make an offer on Reverb? Because I was thinking about buying that guitar. That's a very cool one, Chai Pup. Very jealous. Yeah, I mean, excellent. Can't wait for you to get it. Let us know how it is when you do get it. Yeah, it's a Les Paul. I'd like to have the Gary Moore BFG. Very cool. Anderton's did a video on the Marshall pedals. I mean, yeah, I would expect them to. I'm pretty sure the Bluesbreaker sold out at home, and I'm not sure about the other ones. They had them this morning when I looked, but I don't know if they sold out on their stuff over the weekend still. Let me see. Nella says, I really want the Gretsch 6120, the one with the Western motif and the G brand, an Eddie Cochran or a Reverend Horton Heat. So much money though. Yeah, they are expensive. But that would be cool to have in the collection, which would be super awesome. Robert says, "Scott and Glenn, I hope you guys are traveling well." Dude, that's, we do hope that for those guys, for sure. Sam says, "It's a blizzard here, 5 to 7 foot of fresh snow." Dude, that's a lot of snow. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I live in a part of the world that doesn't see extreme weather. Ireland, come for the fact that we don't get extreme weather, which is why we don't cope well when it dips too far from our preferred areas of temperatures and so forth. William Mazzoda says, "Hello world, see any UFOs lately? Come on, they're real and out there." William, dude, if you get me started on UFOs, I'll be here. I'll take over the chat. But listen, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us. UFOs definitely are real. You know, I'm pretty sure my most recent girlfriend was actually an alien. I said it to her several times. She thought I was joking around, but I'm pretty sure. But anyway, that's a thing of the past, so we won't go into that too much. Ryan says, Nella, the Gretsch Roundup, I love that one. If I ever see one at an affordable price, I'm getting it. That's the key, yeah. If you get an affordable price on it, then we're all good. Nella says, it snowed here in Detroit, but it has already melted. Love it. That's the way to go. Scott says, I've uploaded 40 videos in the last 7 days. Wow. Dude, that's some going. As you guys know, as long time or short time subscribers to this channel, that's probably never going to happen. So yeah, I don't know how I just don't know how you do it, Scott. Well done, man. Glenn says, Jai, I wish I would have picked one of those when they first came out. Would have been very cool. Chai Pup says, I was in Dublin last week and managed to catch a cold. They do. Yeah, that's where this time of year there will be colds going around in Dublin, for sure. Anywhere in public. I was in a coffee shop this morning, people coughing, spluttering all over the place. So that was fun. Yeah, absolutely. Glenn says the Gary Moore BFG looked nice. It does. One of the rarer ones as well. The BFGs are a really interesting guitar. Some really nice. There's actually some finishes that are kind of bizarrely interesting. Like there's kind of a gold toppy one, which is really interesting, and there's also a blue one. Is it a blue or a green? I'm thinking there's either a blue or a green, and it's really rare. And that's one, if you see that at all at any price, pick it up, because those just go up in value. They're crazy, but also very cool. So yeah, I did see somebody had one on Reverb. I think it's gone now, but they had done modifications. Like they had tried to smooth out the body and stuff. Like they'd sanded the body and stuff, and it was like, why did you do that? So yeah, anyways, people, don't do stuff to your guitars. Let me see. Nella says, Ryan, Roundup is a hollow body. Looking at the hollow body ones, very cool. And D-Mac says, almost had a chance to play an Epi Adam Jones Les Paul Berserker in a local shop, but it sold too fast before I could get down there. Too pricey for me, but was hoping to at least try it. Yeah, the Adam Jones, what do you call them? Guitars. Hopefully we're going to get the word on the, what's this? This is a document. Yeah, I need that. I'm just going to have a quick look actually while we're online to see if someone has sent me information about the next one, because I'm expecting to find out in the next week or two what the next Adam Jones is for sure. I actually wouldn't be surprised if I found out very soon. Let me see if I can get some info here. No. All right, we don't have it yet, but keep an eye out. As soon as I do know, I will let you guys know. This can go. No, come back. Where are you? There we go. All right, we're back. It's all good. Yeah, so hopefully we'll find out more. But yeah, the majority of people I know who have gotten one are very happy with the two Adam Jones that have been released so far. We are looking, by the way, I think at April before the next one comes out. So yeah, maybe just you can contact your dealer and be like, hey, can I get one of those Adam Jones when they come out next? See if they can put you on a wait list or something. But remember, there's only 800 worldwide. So, and there's a lot of scalpers and all that kind of crap. I'm pretty sure a certain prominent YouTuber person is gonna buy every one of them. Don't know which YouTuber, but there's gonna be I'm pretty sure that dude's gonna do a video of all of them when they're finished. He's got the contacts and stuff. So, but good luck to him. I hope it goes well. As you guys know, I'm just not a big antique Silverburst fan, but good luck to you all if you are. T says, hey Dave, Peach Guitars have all the Marshall pedals in stock. I sent you a link on your shorts video. Did you see it? I didn't see a link. No, usually when I go through it, it removes links for me. So YouTube does. So I'll check it out though. I'll see if I can find it on the back end here later this evening or maybe tomorrow, because I'll be going straight to bed after this, because that's how tired and old I am. Anyways, but no, thanks for that, T. I will have a look. I don't think I will be picking up the pedals, because again, there's 4 of them, right? So that's like £1,000 before. Yeah. There's guitars could be bought with that money. Let's see. I'm just not good enough with knowing my knowledge with pedals yet. So we'll see. But I'll definitely take a look. Thanks for that, T. I do appreciate it. Chai Pup says, yes, I have a Robot Explorer instead at the time. I got a Robot Explorer instead at the time. Should have picked up this SG Zoot Suit too. Yeah. Every time I see a Zoot Suit SG, I regret not buying one. But yeah, at the time, I was probably off traveling somewhere, so that's why I didn't. Ryan says it's like Falcon and Penguin, same aesthetics, different body. That's 6122, 6121. Okay. All right, cool. Nella says just looked up the Roundup, pretty cool. That's the look I like. Awesome. Glenn says, Sir Dave, will you be going to the Steel Panther show in Dublin? I think in May. Unlikely. I have a very busy April and May. So yeah, I don't think I will be getting to any shows in that time. In fact, I don't think I'll be getting to many shows this summer at all. So yeah, it's unlikely, but if I can, I'll get to a Steel Panther show someday. I'd rather go to have a 3-Chord Dave community meetup at a Steel Panther show. So we can all go and just take over a section of the pit. I think that'd be fantastic. And yeah, so if y'all are down for that, we'll figure it out somehow. When they're on tour somewhere, we'll all get to the same city and head out. It'll be fun. But yeah, hopefully they'll get a residency somewhere cool, like in Vegas or something, and we can all go and just enjoy the crap out of it. It'd be flipping cool. Especially when they play that certain song. You know the one I'm talking about. Yes. Anyway, April, as you know, that's NAMM month. That's crazy busy. I unexpectedly may end up having to travel before that and then after that as well. So it's looking like a crazy couple of months coming up. Also trying to get a few bits and pieces for the channel done that might be travel related. So just an awful lot going on in that time. And I also didn't know Steel Panther were playing. Now that I do know, we'll see what happens. T-Ball says, don't forget to hit the like button. Indeed, do that. That'll be super cool. Chai Pup says, I use eBay for selling gear. They do an 80% reduction on fees every other week. That's not too bad. Yeah, I've steered away from eBay for selling stuff like that. But I might look at it again, to be honest. I do hate paying fees in either way. No matter where I'm selling it, so it's all just frustration. SB says, evening, tried to intonate my Gibson, the bridge is poop. The high E decided to pop out, and I'm so angry that I want to something Agnesi to something else. Just trying to be mindful of the algorithm, but it's only like 65-79% his fault, so I feel you. Scott says you should apply for the press pass for the Steel Panther show. Get an interview. That would be fun. This time last year, I started writing to one of the concert promoters asking for a press pass to Guns N' Roses, which I had tickets to already, and they just ignored me. So yeah, I don't think that I had the right approach. But anyway, you never know. I could reach out to them. Nella says, I gave my bro the Katana and pedal the other day, was demoing the pedal and going through the preset banks. Those presets suck, especially through a semi-hollow. So loud. What a disaster. Damn, that's not good news. But that's interesting. I didn't know about that. Glenn says, the gear exchange, if you don't use the gift card payout, there's a 7% seller fees. It's not the worst, I guess. But yeah, 7%. I mean, that adds up. It adds up. If you're selling something for $1,000, it's quite a hefty fee. I guess that's it though. Ryan says, I'm the same. Sweetwater won't ship all the big brands to Canada, so gift card is useless. I find Facebook Marketplace to be the best now, or Canadian guitar forums. maybe see if there's one for your country. Yeah, that's a good idea. I see lots of, as I mentioned, I'm in lots of Facebook groups for guitar related stuff, and you see guitars for sale all the time. So it might be an interesting, what do you call it, place to go if you're looking for something in particular. Hard to find, hard to really know, because you've got no kind of like say reverb. You're kind of backed if the guitar arrives and it's not what you ordered. You're covered. They'll take care of you. But and on Facebook groups and stuff, you're not covered in any way. So just be careful. But yeah, definitely, it's a good idea. Ben says that beer looks flat compared to a Guinness. How's it taste? Well, this is Hop House 13. It's one of my favorite beers. That isn't Guinness. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not designed for sitting around while you're talking for 2 hours, but yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. And as you mentioned it, Ben, cheers to you. Hope you're having a good night. Anyways, yeah, Hop House 13. Do fully recommend it, by the way. Nell says, I was embarrassed, but he knows that he can set them how he likes. I would try never to be embarrassed at guitar stuff, especially if it's gear related. I mean, I have this whole channel set up, and I don't know what I'm doing. So don't ever be embarrassed. Just think, hey, Dave wouldn't be embarrassed by this. It's all good. I do get embarrassed. It's just not about guitar stuff, because I know, hey, it's probably not the worst in the world. It's all good. DMAX says the governor pedal effect in the Boss Katana is really good. And T-Ball says, why is shipping in Canada such a pain in the ass? Shipping to Canada is such a pain in the ass. That's a good question. I don't know. We should, Glenn, I think, should be our shipping expert on the channel. He should know what's going on. Glenn, why isn't it easy to ship to Canada? Please. SB says, I call it quits for the day since I exploded my string winder against the floor and it disappeared, kind of like Joker's pencil in the Dark Knight. I mean, I love your description. It's super cool. So yeah, retire for the night or call it quits for the night. That's all good. Nella says, Lala SB, amazing how things disappear when they hit the floor. True. Tripe Up says, who bought new gear this week? No, still holding firm to my not buying new guitars till after NAMM. Despite having some quite fortunate events happen recently, which I don't think I'm going to talk about, but there has been some very cool turnouts recently, which has made guitar purchases after NAMM almost definite. But we'll see. NAMM's a long way away. Nella says, I bought an iSpot CS12. Very cool. And SB says, I swear I'm buying a decent bridge and treating the Chinese one with a sledgehammer. Yeah, that sledgehammer treatment is interesting. I hope it works for you. Nella says, and a super padded Gator soft case from MF, stupid deal of the day. I wish they do those stupid deal of the day on Thomann. Something like it, crazy deal of the week, something. Just give me something, Thomann. Come on. I know the Thomann do their like warehouse sale or something, whatever it is, but you got to go there. You can't do shopping online. And they do apparently sell off stuff dirt cheap, but I don't want to go to Germany just to buy a guitar. So I mean, I do, but anyway. Glenn says, Ryan, it's strange to me that I can get PRS from Anderton's on a deal, but not any other brands like Gibson or Fender. That's simply down to contracts. Gibson and Fender have exclusive deals with a lot of their European dealers, particularly their big ones, to say they will only sell in Europe. And with the UK being its own thing now, not part of Europe or the EU, it is still bound by those contracts, as far as I'm aware. They're like geographically they're only allowed to sell within the European Union for certain brands. So yeah, that's why essentially. Similar to, I mean, there's it's they used to be worse in the US where you couldn't buy certain guitars in one state because one dealer had the contract for Gibson for a tri-state area, but they only operated in one area or one state. So it's better than it was, but yeah, buying from Anderton's I don't think PRS do exclusive deals like that, but they do European exclusive models, and I think they'd probably be stopped from selling you those ones. We should find out. Um, SB says, I sold my Lefty SG Special and bought a Squire Classic Vibe Mustang. I'll make new American electronics for it. Sonic Blue with Tort pick guard. Never been, I'm going to be honest with you, never been a super big fan of Tortoise pick guards, but yeah, the Mustang's cool. I like it. You know how I feel about them guitars that are set differently, but I like them. I like the Mustangs. If I was going to buy one, I'd buy that. That says to Chai at $69. They are great, super padded and lots of pockets. I do like a gig bag with lots of pockets. Very cool. Ryan says, I saw that BFG also, but then a 1997 Jimmy Page model popped up locally, and I'm going to check that. So I passed. Well, yeah. Yeah, 97 Jimmy Page. Those are cool. Really do like those. I would have passed on that too. And Nella says, Ryan, the BFG is cool, but the market is limited if you need to sell it. It's true. I think the Gary Moore ones would go. There's people. I think there's always people looking for the Gary Moore ones, because people, in some ways, don't believe that Gary Moore had a signature BFG, but he did. Joy says to Ryan, this one was on eBay. I made a silly offer and they accepted. Nice. I love when people accept silly offers. That is cool. Yeah, cool. All right. It's just going to tempt me to look on eBay and try and make silly offers now. Damn it. Let's have a look here. Brian says, yeah, Glenn, some will break the rules, and it's a cool one. Congrats. My knees hurt us here. Says, hey, folks. Hey, my knees. Hope you are doing well. Says, drinking Fremont Brewing Interurban IPA. Interesting. Very good. Well, sir, cheers to you. Hope you're well. Let me see. Nella says to Chai, I honestly love the robot guitars and can grab a good deal because so many people believe the negative comments on them. It's true. Yeah, you can. They tend to be a lot cheaper than their counterpart non-robot guitars. But it's kind of changing. The narrative on them is changing a little bit. As you guys know, I fully believe that the robot series is going to be a collector item in the next 20 to 30 years, because there's still that spin on them. But those 2007, 2008, 2009 versions, I mean, they're getting on now. They're nearly 20 years old. And yeah, when they're 40, 50 years old, I think people are going to start looking at them a lot differently than they do right now. I think they're cool. Some of the second run they did, where they did like the Explorers and the SG and Flying V as well, I believe. Those are in some various colors that are, I don't believe, available on other Gibsons. So it's very interesting. And yeah, if you can get them at a good price, they're worth picking up, I think. Glenn Bailey says, new t-shirt. I dated an alien and she probed my parts and specs. Glenn, you're not getting a percentage of t-shirt sales, I'm telling you, but I like that idea. Thank you, sir. Chai Pup says it to 3 Chord Dave. Yes, I saw that BFG as well. Why would you sand down the finish? I don't know, man. I don't know. That was the whole thing. So yeah, it freaks me out. But yeah, I'm glad you saw it as well. So that people know I'm not just making it up, because that was crazy. Benny's here. Good to see you, Benny. Hope you're well, man. And Scott says, I wish my 12-string acoustic had robot tuners. That would be interesting. That would be interesting indeed. My knees hurt says, SG is my next guitar. Keep saying, but I don't know if I'll buy one. Do I need another guitar that I can't play? Yeah, I mean, I need guitars that I can't play, so I'm going to spread the word that everyone needs guitars they can't play. Yeah, absolutely. Glenn says, where's Marcia? Don't know, haven't seen her, but hopefully she's doing well. So Marcia, yeah, if you're there, hope you're well. James Everett says, hey, 3 Chord Dave, my Irish brother. Good to see you, James. Hope you're well. My knees hurt says, what is BFG? So it stands for barely finished guitar, apparently. It's a Gibson Les Paul model that came out. Oh, Jesus, I don't know what year it came out, but it was It was a while ago. But yeah, they're really cool guitars. And as the name suggests, barely finished guitars. They're kind of rough. But they're interesting. You should definitely check them out. Maybe I'll make a video about them because I'm going to talk to you soon about the videos that I'm going to be doing soon. I have a plan. We're going to see how some things go. And hopefully you guys will be up for it. So yeah, give me a couple of minutes and we'll go into that. Glenn says, hit that like button, peoples. Yeah, hit all the like button, peoples. So what have we got? Where are we? It's all just disappeared again. There we go. All right. T-Ball says, going out to see an ELO tribute band tonight. First show since all the C-word madness. Yeah, that's cool. ELO, most underrated band. They're in the conversation, I think. It's great band. For sure. Jeff, what's his name? It's just avoiding my mind right now. Jeff Lynne. I saw was it a guitar documentary or something with him, and he was just walking through his house, and he just had like a 52 Les Paul lying on a couch, just sitting there, and just that's just a guitar. That's fine, and all kinds of things just worth probably hundreds of thousands of dollars just spewed around his house. I wasn't jealous, but a little bit. Dennis Ellis says, on the UFO stuff, when they start talking about anal probes before or after ET showed up with the long finger in the flashlight on the end, I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. Chai Pup says, Scott Bogfoot, the robot tuners were okay when they worked, but you controlled them with the control knob. The later G-Force ones were better because they were only linked to the tuners. I have seen a lot of the original robot guitars, where they've died or they just haven't worked properly. It's an interesting concept, because it was something to do with like the bridge had to be right and everything, and the whole inner workings of it was kind of interesting. But people weren't ready. That's what I'm saying. People weren't ready for it. D-Max says, to my knees hurt. The Epi standard SGs, really quality guitars. Some of best for price out there, in my opinion. You guys know how much I love my SG Special, my Epiphone SG Special. It's the cheapest one they'd make. It's great. It's a great guitar. And Colin agrees with me. Colin on Guitar says agrees with me, thinks it's a great guitar too. So that's anyone asks me about an SG or beginner's guitar even, that's the one I always say to people, get that because it's great. And it's a nice, comfortable, easy guitar to play. And SGs are fantastic, so just start off with the best guitar. SB says, laughing my ass off, I bet you play Geek Lord's intro music backwards 3 times. It summons the Lars Ulrich toilet in your house. I'm not gonna risk that, but you're probably right. My knees hurt says, I'm looking at the Epis, DMAC one with the smaller pick guards. That's the special. Those are cool. My knees hurt says, what part of Ireland are you in, Chord Dave? I am in County Wexford, which is in the southeast, and is my favorite part of Ireland. So there you go. Scott Bogfoot says, hey Dave, your Patreon link in the video description is not clickable, or hyperlink, whatever it's called. Is that for a reason? Just wondering if you knew or not. Yes, somebody told me yesterday that it wasn't, the link wasn't working, which is news to me. So I will be updating it soon, actually. Can I do it now? so that now that we're talking about it and it's up there, if anyone wants to check it out, I have changed prices on Patreon, which is because the Patreon link, let me just get this here. All right, they told me that I could charge X amount, and it's all based on what what your content is providing and stuff like that. So what they said was, like, $2.99, they were like, that's the absolute lowest you can go, and then it would still be worth your while. So $2.99 is where it's starting at now, I believe. So you can sign with Patreon. It's like $2.99, and you get all the videos that go out on the channel at least 24 hours ahead. The next level up, you get exclusive content, and that's been reduced in price as well. Let me see. I'm going to pop in. Okay, we'll try that. That should be clickable now on all the videos. yeah, so that's it. Anyway, it's there. There's also free trials on Patreon now. So if you do want to check it out, you can check it out for free and see how you like it. And if you like it, great. If you don't like it, that's great too. But thanks for that, Scott. We do appreciate it. And thanks for popping it into the chat there. Hopefully it's worked because I've just updated it. So it should work now. Give it 5 minutes and check it if you want. William Forrest says eBay have $1, £1 maximum fees till Monday. Interesting. Yeah, they are. That's a good fee. I don't mind that. I'll pay £1. Marshall's here. Says, hey, I'm here trying to get a migraine to go away. So try not to look at the screen. Might be quiet unless this Motrin kicks in. Happy Saturday to all. Good to see you, Marsha. Take care of that migraine. Those are the worst. I do suffer from those myself from time to time, and it is horrendous. Anyway, take care of yourself. Glad you're listening though. Thanks for letting us know. Let me see. Ken says embarrassed. What's that? Yeah, I get you. D-Max says sympathies, Marsha. I get them for days, so know what it's like. I think anyone who works in the tech industry, I mean, at least everyone I know who works in the tech industry and is at a computer all day long, suffers from them. Like, relatively common in that industry, people I work with. Maybe they're just trying to get out of work. I don't know. I mean, hey, it's not been a problem where I work right now because we're kind of quiet, but thankfully your trusty Chord Dave keeps himself busy by doing lots of work stuff. Totally. D-Max says, oh, we got that. Scott Brower says, sorry, I'm late. Scott, there's no such thing as late. There's only early around here. You're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Glenn says, it's a pain to ship to Canada because the postal service only works 5 days a week, which leads to backups, and customs rules through the government are horrible. That backs things up. And if a union goes on strike in England, solidarity kicks in and you can't get anything to move through Europe until it's resolved. And that's a shipping nightmare. No, it's not acceptable. Fix it. Yeah, I mean, I was ordering something for, I don't know, some date in February, like the 14th. I was ordering something from the UK for somebody else, and it was on Etsy, and my order got cancelled. They were like, we can't send anything internationally because there's a postal strike here. And it was like in the UK. I was like, dude, whatever, just ship it to my UK address, which they did. And I got it eventually, like a week later. But yeah, right, absolute pain in the backside. Anyway, Nella with the super chat. Thank you, Nella. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, thanks so much. And a very nice sticker emoji thing. I don't know, dancing. Anyway, I like it. Thanks so much. Yeah, that's super cool of you. T says Epiphone /AB 15% off. That was the link I sent you, 709, free shipping. I know you're not buying guitars at the minute, but thought you'd like to know. T, man, that is tempting. Yeah, I think 709 with free shipping. It's kind of the price where I'm like, it's worth getting those. Ooh, yeah, I'll think about it. Well, have a look. Thanks for thinking of me like that. That's very cool. I tell you what though, just if you do want to reach me, if you have anything you want to send to me or let me know about, the quickest way that I'll get the information is through the email that's at the bottom of the description of every video, because I check that email on a regular basis, like a daily basis, whereas comments and stuff, I might go through the comments on videos and things once a week. It's usually what I do. So yeah, if you want to get something to me quick, email in the links or in the description. That's how I'll definitely get it. Or Instagram. You can hit me up on Instagram. I'm over there taking photographs of the books I'm reading. that's been the highlight lately. So yeah, you can find out that this is the next Vonnegut book I'm going to read, or you can find out that, you know, whatever happens, I don't know, weird stuff pops across my desk. So yeah, anyway, check me out on Instagram. It's at 3Chord Dave, as far as I'm aware. although I could be wrong. Glenn says, any other shipping questions, please refer to my YouTube channel. I like black guitars. Do you have shipping information on your YouTube channel, Glenn? If you do, I will be there tomorrow. I've got a shipping question. Thanks, Glenn. I do appreciate it. You're our favorite person. Dennis says, buying a new guitar now, it would be like me buying size 40 pants, knowing I wear size 44, thinking I'd be able to wear later. Getting hand surgeries now, hope to be playing by summer. Dennis, hey, listen, man, that is a very good analogy. I like it. And best of luck with your surgeries. Hopefully you will be playing by the summer. It's not that far away. Summer is closer than we feel in this moment. Let me see. Scott says, Dave, what years was the Gibson RD made? It's not made anymore, correct? What year? It was late 70s, like, was it 77 or 76? Maybe it was as late as 70. It was late 70s. I'm going to say, put my hat on it, it was late 70s. And then to early 80s, maybe 83, 84. Could be wrong on that. I'm not a huge RD fan, so I'm not 100% sure. But late 70s, early 80s. They get reissued every now and then. Like, Fluff made the video on his channel recently about how much... about his issue with Gibson and how he wishes they'd do a proper reissue of the RD with the proper original specs from the 70s. I'm pretty sure, I think 77, but 76 is coming to mind. I'm not 100% sure. Someone I'm sure will be able to say it, or tell us. But yeah, they're not made currently as far as I'm aware, unless you could do like a made to measure. I think they will make one. Maybe not, I don't know. But that would be expensive. Glenn says, Dennis, hope you heal from those surgeries. Take it slow, for sure. And Lenny Corvasseur says, message retracted. Thanks, Lenny. Hope you're... Obviously, you retracted, whatever it was, but I hope you're doing well. My friend SB says, Dave, if your Flametop V didn't had the brass plate covering the procedure it had, would you have kept it? The brass plate? If it was just there for fun. Would I have kept the brass plate? See, it gives it a certain character. I really like it. And when I see the other versions of it that don't have that, I look at them and I'm like, they're cool. No doubt about it. I think mine has a nicer top than I've seen on any others that are for sale. The top on my one is gorgeous. And maybe it's just they don't photograph as well. Mine photographs particularly nicely, but I have these like YouTube lights on it when I photograph it, and maybe that's why. So honestly, SB, I'm not sure. The fact that it's on there looks great, I think. I know a couple of people took a look at it and were like, I don't like it. I want to take it off. I'm like, no, you don't, because of what's underneath it. So yeah, I would keep it, I think, even if it wasn't required. But it is required and I like it. I really do like it. So Lenny says, being retired from playing clubs, I just picked up a Gibson Les Paul acoustic and I gotta say, it's amazing. And the last guitar I'll own. Dude, a Les Paul acoustic? That's something I'm gonna have to look into. I like the sound of that. Very cool. But yeah, listen, sounds like a really nice guitar to be the last one you'll own. So very cool, man. Rich C says, same Pelham Blue SG Special P90 rocks. They're just great guitars. Like they could have charged $5.99 for that guitar, and I think everyone who bought it would have been happy. But don't tell them, because they'll put the price up to $5.99. Cesar, if you're watching, just kidding, man. Scott says, Dave, have you ever seen the Jeff Winters Epiphone Annihilation V? He is a metal band from Canada called Annihilator. Yeah, I've seen the V. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing's... Honestly, it was Muddy H2O who was like, yeah, you should totally buy a Flying V. And he convinced me to buy one. Before that, I hadn't really thought about buying a Flying V. I was like, it's probably not going to suit me. They're big. My brother had one years ago, like 20 years ago. And it was a really uncomfortable, crappy knockoff. Really bad, really super heavy. Yeah, there's just not a nice guitar. But it was a crap copy that, I don't know, I think it cost $200 maybe. So when I got my one, I was surprised how well I liked it. And every like on as it was shipping, all that, I was like, I'm probably not gonna like this guitar, and I probably will resell it. Uh, and I do. I love it. I love it a lot, and I think it's one of the best guitars I've ever played, which is obviously helpful. Um, but yeah, I have seen that one. I've never paid too much attention to it yet, but I should look at it again now that I'm a Flying V lover, thanks to Muddy H2O. Um, Charlie says, Rich C, good call. I picked up the Epi version, pretty cool. Indeed, indeed. Glenn says, Lenny, I've never played a Gibson acoustic. Sounds like you're happy with it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the main thing. And Al says, why is it that you get major expense right after buying a guitar or two? For me, it's oral surgery, doubled the cost outlay. Dude, it's always the same, isn't it? It's like, I wonder, I wonder, is there someone watching me like, oh, he just bought a new guitar. Let's throw some expense at him. Yeah, sucks, man. But hey, it's still life. My knees hurt says, I wonder how many drummers live in Drumlish, and if I have ever come back to Ireland, I will steer clear of Kilcock. Yeah, do. Yeah, there's lots of place names like that are fun to play with. Still my favorite though. There is a place quite near to me called Bastardstown. Probably end up there, to be honest. Lenny says, yes, I am, Glenn. I searched for years to find one. It didn't make many. They didn't make many LP acoustics. Very cool, Lenny. Yeah, I will definitely check into that and see what I can find out, because it sounds cool. So yeah, good stuff, man. I will thank you for that. Chris from Coburg says, hello, hello. Good to see you, Chris. I haven't been hungry yet in the show, so I'm looking forward to you making me hungry. Thanks for that. SB says, I clicked the link and it's a page for UFOs and G-holes. It is. That's all it is. It's just glory holes. I was watching something and that came up. That word, that combination of words. Some show. I think it was a thing with Steve Martin in it and it was a joke. Anyway, moving on. Marcia says, doesn't Dave know you ask your mommy to write a note to get out of work? I don't think that'd work for me. Plus, I mean, honestly, my job right now is like, it's kind of chill. It's like sit around, chat to everyone, what's going on, get paid for it at the end of the month. It's all good. Chris from Coburg says, I'm 5 pints deep and cooking smoked ham steak. Woohoo. Chris, I knew you'd make me hungry, man. Instantly, let's just this is what I'm cooking. I love it, man. Well done. Glenn says, I was shipping something to England once and it was delayed because there was a rail strike in Ireland. We don't have rail. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, look, we were just basically, what was happening there is we were just keeping all of the English people's mail for ourselves. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. We got all the good stuff and sent over the stuff that wasn't so good. Scott Brower says it was like 76 to 82 for the RD. There, I see 76 was standing out. So yeah, there we go. It's late 70s, early 80s. I was in that ballpark. Marcia says, I think it's letting up a bit, but I'm just chilling out here. I guess Dave's voice is a migraine cure. I get chronic migraines every 3 days, often 3 days straight. Well, thankfully they usually avoid TCD time. Hey, listen, I'm glad if listening to the show is helping at all. That'd be super cool. You should listen to my ASMR channel where I will whisper and tell you all this stuff and do things to the microphone. I don't have an ASMR channel. It's my goal in life to have one. But yeah. Oh man, that'd be super weird. Plus, no. Anyway, Glenn says, I've been working for a shipping agency for coming up on 27 years here in the States. So I know very little about shipping, but I know a lot about shipping problems not caused by me, of course. Of course, Glenn, not caused by you at all. Nella says original RD was made between 77 and 82. There you go. And Scott says, was it reissued at all? Guitar of the week or month. It's been reissued a good bit, but according to Fluff and many other RD aficionados, it's never been reissued correctly. The scale length is never right, I think, is the main thing that they get upset about. But a few, like, they've never really put out a proper true spec reissue. So there you go. So SB says, "Oh, you still have the V? I thought you sold it." No, I did put it up for sale, but then I took it down from sale. So I got some stupidly low offers, which I was never going to accept, and yeah, I couldn't do it. So you guys will remember, like, I still have this ambition to make a Rory Gallagher documentary, a short documentary about Rory Gallagher, and my plan to fund it was, instead of being like, hey, let's do crowdfunding and everybody chip in $10 or whatever, we'll make a movie, was to sell my guitars, my beloved guitars, my PRS, which I did love, my Custom 22, and I've regretted selling that. I sold it to some dude in France. So some dude in France has like a super cool PRS now. And the Flying V was for sale for a couple of months. Technically, it was on Reverb, but I wasn't going to take anything less than the asking price, and it was a lot higher than I paid for it. I wasn't going to let it go for cheap because it's such a great guitar. So a few people took a look at it, asked for more photos and stuff like that, and then made me stupid offers, and I like less than half the price of the guitar that I had it listed for. So yeah, I still have it, and I've decided now, funding film or not, I'm not going to sell the Flying V. It's too good. And it's too good a guitar for me, I know that, but I don't care. It was made the day after my birthday, so I'm keeping it. Unless I run into some financial troubles, which is not impossible. We're all just a month or two away from complete destitute. So I would say, yeah, I'm going to keep it forever, or until I decide to never play guitar again, which, I mean, that's usually every Wednesday, so we'll see. Kirsten Koberg says, we have a 78 RD bass in black over here, just like Chris from Nirvana. Yeah, that's cool. That's a very cool one. Glenn Bailey says, where just as about to read Glenn Bailey's thing, it just disappeared. Here you go. Glenn Bailey says, Marsha, I've heard from Ryan's cute goth cousin, that Dave's voice is like nails on a chalkboard. Maybe it's just in certain occasions his voice gets that reaction. Dude. I'll have you know that American ladies that I've been in relationships with, one of them, there has only been one, adored my voice and accent. Okay? Adored it. It was the only reason she was with me in the first place. But that's another story. Marcia says he sold it, in quotes. Didn't sell it. Muddy H.O. says, Dave does nothing unless instructed to by me. That is not true. Well, it is true, but I just kind of pretend it's not going to happen for several weeks, and then I do what he tells me. Marcia says, well, May, it sounds different through the GH special. I say nothing else. Chai Pup says, I do like the DM Flying V XP24 frets, ebony fretboard, and bridge volume pot is just below the pickup. The Dave Mustaine one, just in case. DM also my initials. So I was like, what? I have my own guitar. Good stuff. And now it says to Scott Ordy, per Wikipedia, standard reissues 2007, 2009 to 2011. Ordy artist 2014, and seems like they have a later reissue too. There was an Epiphone one. Is it Lee Malia? Ordy? An artisan Ordy or something? But yeah, he had a signature model one. So there you go. That wasn't too long ago. Something happened. Something happened. Marcia then says, yep, Dave is a robot puppet. That's just inaccurate. I'm a puppet robot. Glenn says, Muddy, it seems to take him a while. He goes kicking and screaming before he realizes you're right. I will say, not right, just that it's inevitable that I have to do what he says. Benny says to Marsha, I have a friend who gets migraines like that. I feel for you. Yeah, I get them, and several people I know get them. I don't know what the deal is. They're terrible, man. They are one of the worst things. They just knock me out completely. So there you go. Rich C says the Chai Pub, mine's an Epi also, and Glenn Muddy HO says, Glenn, you were correct, sir. Hey, listen, let's just chill out, all right? Scott Bogford says, Dave, any Irish gear manufacturers, amps, pedals, question mark. The only one that I am fully aware of is Emerald Guitars, and I'm hoping that I'll get to meet them soon. I know there are others around, I just don't know them off by heart. Of course, Menapia Guitars that's my buddy Marty, who fixes a lot of my guitars and stuff. So I think his website is this. Oh. And he does some cool stuff. So if you guys check him out, you'll see what he's doing. He makes some very, 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 very nice guitars. And every time I go down to get something done, I'm like, dude, that looks super cool. I want one of them. Anyways, I should talk to him at some stage about that. Mar says, thank you, Benny. They just come out of nowhere. On the plus side, I could make money winning bets at predicting weather up to several days in advance. Well, there you go. That is, you know, look at it on the on the positive side for sure. Chai Pup says, I reckon somebody in Wexford County Council was pretty drunk when they created town names, Whoretown and Fannystown. Yeah. There's some, there's a store, a big, well, it's not big, but it's a department store in Wexford Town called Whores Stores. That's genuine. Yeah, so there you go. Anyways, Marge says, I guess Dave will turn his channel into an ASMR channel once his NAMM goal passes. Yeah, I just have to figure out what my ASMR goal is. So yeah. You guys know, I actually mentioned it, and I think I've said this last week. One of my first videos on the channel. Don't go back and watch the old videos. They're not very good. But one of my very first videos, I was like, what I'm hoping to do in this channel is get it big enough so I can go to the NAMM show someday. And that's happening in 6 weeks, 7 weeks, maybe sometime in the on the watch. It's in there under reminders. Going to NAMM today. So yeah, looking forward to it. So it only took me 3 years. So there you go. It's the one time it's taken me longer than expected anyway. Benny says, Marcia, well, at least you're good for something. Hey, Benny, come on. Marcia's good for lots of things. Money H2O says, selling your V to fund the documentaries like Farting in a Glory Hole that is only open in one end. All right, man. Or just what? Sometimes I'm just gonna, anyway, guys, folks, ladies and boys and girls, I need to take a quick moment to just pause for a second. So bear with me. I'll be back in just a couple of seconds. I'm just gonna put us on a break for some ads from the sponsors of the show, which is not true at all. But give me 60 seconds. All right, thanks, guys. We are back, and cheers to all of you for sticking around for that 60 seconds. All right, it's time to get serious. I gotta talk to you guys about something, and it's been something that's been on my mind for a while. So here we go. Right, I'm just gonna throw it out there, and what I plan to do about it, and see how it goes. So nobody worry, it's all good. So I was talking last week about, there's going to be videos going straight up on YouTube, just talking about the channel and stuff. And you might have noticed that didn't happen. And the reason being is because I decided to change my tactic a little bit. So lately I haven't been feeling YouTube. I've been kind of hating it a little bit, doing videos and stuff. And that's why one video a week has maybe made it onto the channel. Some weeks, in fact, there was 2 weeks recently where there was no video whatsoever. And honestly, I was this close to just giving up. Just being like, I don't want to do YouTube anymore. YouTube's tough. It's the kind of place where you put in a lot of work and then you get very little results, or you put in no work and you get shitloads of results, like really good times. Sometimes you just look around though and you see other people seeming to get a lot of quick success, and you're on a grind, and it's been tough sometimes to work hard on a video and see it get less than 1,000 views. And then, you know, I looked at my most popular videos over the lifetime of the channel. About a month ago, the channel became 3 years old. So that's what I was kind of reflecting on. And the seven of the most popular videos in the history of the channel, I still have hair. That was 18 months ago. So only 3 of the videos since I shaved my head in October 21 have hit my top 10 most popular videos. That was really discouraging. And I'm like, well, what can I do to fix that? Including also, by the most popular videos, like the top 3 are all I have hair, which is ridiculous. It's a long time ago since I've had a really popular video. Or like for this channel, I think my most popular video has done 43,000 views in its lifetime, which is again about 18 months. It's that Gibson video that I actually thought nobody would watch, but there you go. So that's really frustrating to look at that and go, look, the best thing about the channel, and we're on the best thing about the channel right now, it's the live streams and the community, 100%. It frustrates me that my best ever video would be a failure of a video for Geek Lord. If he only got 45,000 views on a video, he'd be like, what went wrong? There's other channels I look at and I'm like, those guys are terrible. Their content is awful. I'm not saying a particular channel. I'm trying not to mention a particular, not saying guys or person. It's just sometimes you look at it and go, it's awfully unfair. And how it works is if YouTube puts your video in front of enough people, you get a lot of views, and sometimes it just doesn't do it. So it feels very kind of, you're putting in work for nothing. And that's why my input into YouTube has gone down a lot. And why there's less videos. And then I'm doing videos for Patreon. I didn't actually put out a guitar wish list this week because I actually have had so many other things going on outside of my own job and stuff. But that'll kick on. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get this week's one up. But the point of saying all this is that I decided not to give up YouTube because of you guys, because of the community, because I love you guys. I've had a tough year personally. The last 14, 15 months have been kind of tough in just my personal life. Without going into too many details, a relationship that I was in for a long time just broke down, and I still don't really know what happened. And that made me go, I don't really give a shit about anything. Like I almost got fired for not giving a crap about my job. And I'm not looking for sympathy. It's fine. I'm a big guy. I'm a big boy. Stuff happens to everybody. But it just made me less enthusiastic about doing things like YouTube, unless I was getting great results. And I was getting good results at other things, so I put more energy into them. And YouTube just became a bit of a pain in the arse. So I was like getting up on Wednesdays and saying, oh, I have to do a YouTube video today. And I'd spend all day trying to find something interesting. I couldn't find anything I was interested in making a video about. So there's quite a few weeks in the last 6 months in particular where the only action that happened on the channel was the live stream on the Saturday. And some weeks I didn't even want to do those, so I just canceled them in the last minute or something. And that's why I've missed a few live streams. It's tough to talk about really because, you know, stuff, I always have this attitude, stuff in your personal life shouldn't affect your work life. But YouTube doesn't really feel like work because it's not like I make a living off it. I might make a few extra bucks, but not a whole lot. So the effort I put in, it's like, I have to really be into it. I have to really be energized for it. And I haven't been, and it's probably affected the quality. I know some of you guys have reached out to me in the last few months and be like, "Are you okay? Is everything good?" And I do appreciate that. There's a couple of you who I'm not going to shout out by name, but you've been really important to me. You've really helped me get through times when I don't even think you knew it, but you were making me laugh. You were making me get through days that I was really down. You'll probably know who you are, and it means a lot to me. And like that's because this community we have are like really special and great. And some of you mean a lot to me as good friends. Now, kinda. Uh, and again, you know who you are. But yeah. So I've been thinking about it. I've been working on myself, trying to get through this and to figure out what to do with the channel to make it more appealing to me to work on it. It's been hard, but I've come up with what I think is a plan to see if I can revive my energy for the channel. And actually, I know what I wanted to talk about. Why I wanted to talk about this is because when Marcia said, and I know jokingly about Dave's going to give up his guitar channel because he's hit his goal of going to the NAMM show. Pretty much that's where my thinking was. It was like, well, look, if I give up the channel, if I close it down, at least I've gotten what I pretty much expected to get from it, which was getting to the NAMM show. Probably 2 years later than I expected, but that was because there was a pandemic. But yeah, so here we go. I'm not shutting down the channel. I'm going to keep pushing on and trying to do good content. There's some people out there making shit content guitar wise, and some people making great content that I'll never match. I'm not going to match some people's great content, but I can make really good content. I can make interesting content, and I can put an interesting spin on stuff that I don't think other people can. It won't be better than anyone else's, but it'll be on a par. So for March, I'm going to try, and I'm just going to put out there. I'm going to try and put out a video every single day in March. And then I'm going to take a little week or so and see how it goes. See what the figures are like, what the numbers are like. And then I'm going to try and settle what days are the best ones to put videos out, whether it's worth doing an everyday video like our good friend Geek Lord, or whether it's worth, by doing that, I'll be putting out 26 more videos in the month than I did last month, for example, or January. So I should be able to, I should see an increase in everything. Numbers, subscribers, monetary return. Not that that's a big deal, because honestly, as I said, it's not my main concern with the channel. But there's a lot to look at, and I'm going to be just pumping out all kinds of videos, different things. Probably a lot of music content, or here's a guitar story kind of video, that kind of thing. So what I'd like from you guys is to let me know what videos work and what videos you don't like. So what that means is, if you like a video, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Talk about it in the thing. I liked this video this week. I liked that video that week. Whatever it is. And leave comments and stuff like that. If you like a video in particular, sharing it would be super cool. And hopefully we can get through March and it'll be super cool. And I'll have 30 plus videos. Let's just say 20 plus videos, because I'm going to do my best, but I don't know if I'll actually manage a full 30 videos. But yeah, so we're going to try it. No particular, like Monday's going to be reviews. Tuesday's going to be seeing what Gibson put out on the guitar demo shop or whatever. Wednesday's going to be blah, blah, blah. None of that. I'm just going to, whatever is the story of the day, that's what's going up. And we'll see. So anyway, the point being, YouTube's tough, man. It really does get in on you sometimes. And, there's times when I think as a creator, we need to just be honest and say, look, I'm not doing the best content. I haven't been delivering for you guys, honestly. Like, the videos haven't been up to the standard I wish they had been. And there's been less of them. So it's I need to push myself, get through this little funk, which has been there for a while. And it's time to just move forward and take control of things again and get back to being the beardiest guitar YouTuber on the space. So anyway, with that being said, we'll move forwards with tonight's show. A big thank you to all of you guys, not just the folks who who made me laugh when I was ready to cry, and got me through days when I didn't think I would get through it, and made me want to make YouTube content when I didn't want to make YouTube content. So yeah, big thanks to all of you. And as I said, I'm not going to let the channel go. I'm going to keep pushing on, but hopefully we can find a rhythm that works for everyone on the channel, who loves it, who likes the channel, and we just try and take that Geek Lord fella out and surpass his subscriber content. That would give me so much happiness. And we'll see. But anyway, for now, thank you so much to all you, because you're the reason I'm still on YouTube. Really, because I wouldn't be prepared to give you guys up. So thanks. And let's hope that we get through this next March and you don't get sick of seeing my face every day. And I'm going to do some shorts. And that's all I want to talk to you about. Anyway, let's get back to the regular Saturday night service. Cheers. Okay. SB says, good man, glad you're keeping it, but hey, with or without the movie, we can all give $10 all the way to send Geek Lord a guitar case full of wasps. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, we might get in trouble now that we've said it out loud in public, but for sure we can we can think about it. Maybe we've got some other ways we can use that $10. Where has this gone? It's all dropped down the stuff on me again. Al says, no such thing as not good enough for a guitar. If you sell it, you love it, and you love it, you'll regret it forever. That's true. That's true. That PRS is going to be one I'll regret for a long time. I just know it's going to happen. Ryan says, no one heard anything from my cute goth cousin. She's a nice girl. There you go. See? Anyway. Chris Coburg says, Dave's voice soothes the soul on a Saturday. Well, thanks, Chris. I do appreciate that. Glenn says, that American chick. Dave, remember, she was from outer space. That is the one. Yeah, she was from outer space. It's a long story. Ryan says, anyway, finally got discharged from this place. Going to go get some real food. Good night. You take care, Ryan. Glad you're released, and take care. It's all good. We'll catch you next week. Chris McCover says, the Lee Malia or the artist from Epiphone is like $2,000 now. Wow, those are a lot. Chai Pup says, loading. Oh, for Irish guitars. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Marcia says, oh my god, SB just gave me an idea. We should hire Geek Lord to do a serious evaluation of Dave's V. That would be an amusing way to spend TCD channel money. I mean, yeah, that would work. That would be an interesting thing to do. See what he thought of it. He'd probably say it was fake. Anyway. Dennis says, we have a climax here in North Carolina. I believe, yeah, that's awesome. Glenn says, Dave's putting us in a timeout. Well, you're in a timeout usually, Glenn. That's once a week. Chai Pup says, mumble. Did his back teeth are floating? Not that bad. It was just just had to fix something. It's all good now. Chris Coburg says, Dave has to go pee-pee time. No, honestly. And Rich C says, I don't like blowing my nose on a live stream either. Well, there you go. That is more close to what was going on. Marsh says, fill in the blanks, guys. Today's episode is sponsored by... I think Raycon is sponsor everything, right? Muddy H2O says, in his super chat, thank you, sir. That really touched my heart, but I've told you many times how to fix this, David. Nipple tassels. Thank you, sir. Love you, you big stud. Not really, or do I? Just remember, I will always be the first American to break your heart. Chin up. No, Muddy, you won't. You'll be the fourth. But thank you, sir. I do appreciate you so much. And yeah, I would almost call you a friend. It's all good. Marcia says there was a timer. I set a time. That'd be appropriate to do so. SB said Dave had to. No, that's not right. Glenn says I'm talking to myself, and I see an argument coming on single coil or split humbuckers. I mean, what's your take on them? I have a very interesting take on them. That I don't think things can do two things at once. There you go. Nella says YouTube is tough. It's hard to get exposure. A lot of great channels have a low sub count. It's true. Nella says it's a shame YouTube is doing a poor job of getting channels exposure. Perhaps try more shorts as YouTube is really pushing them. You can create shorts from snippets of older videos to get started. Yeah, I do. I don't like shorts. I don't like YouTube shorts, and I've steered clear of them. I did make one this week, so there you go. It started. So I'm looking into doing that as well. Yeah, I think what it is there's just times where I've told this, like, you guys know my brother has a YouTube channel. His channel's the same age as my channel is, and he hasn't hit 1,000 subscribers yet. And he does way better videos. And he talks about movies, not guitars, but it's a tough space one way or the other to get views in. But then when you get views, the reason you get views is because you get impressions. So that's your thumbnail is seen by X amount of people, and YouTube controls that. And no matter what anyone says, you have very little control over how many impressions you get. So you have to have a good title and you have to have a good thumbnail. That's pretty much the extent of the control you can have. I've had some pretty good thumbnails that have done really well for my channel, and I've had some pretty terrible ones do really well. So it makes no sense. I've had good titles that have like put a lot of searching and using TubeBuddy and all those kind of things, and they're like, this is going to go really well, and then it didn't. So like, it's just so hard. I mean, if YouTube are listening, and they send us out creator surveys from time to time, and my thing is always, views are linked to impressions, subscriber count is linked to views, so you got to help us get more impressions. And what I think at the moment is they're trying to get people to pay for ads on their video. You can now pay to advertise one of your videos, and it'll show up in a recommended tab, as it'll say ad in really small letters, but you can now pay for that. So they want to pay to win sort of thing. But yeah, YouTube needs to help out creators who have been on the platform for a long time and consistently putting stuff out. And by consistently, I mean averaging at least one video a week for a certain amount. I'd say 2 years. I was told today, maybe when you hit the 1,000 video mark, that's when it starts taking you serious. I mean, that's a long time. If you put out one video a week, that takes you, what, 20 years? So yeah. So I'll have to put out more videos. That's the key, I think, for now. Chris from Coburg says, we love you too, Dave. I love you too, Chris. Thank you. Rich C says, I live stream glass blowing on Facebook. Considered a multi-platform approach. Yeah, I've been looking into that in the last couple of weeks, the multi-platform approach, a couple of softwares and stuff that do it. I do also want to change my streaming platform. That's definitely something. Chai Pup says, Dave, how about using controversial titles? It seems to work for Justin Hawkins. It's a good idea, Chai. Yeah, I've experimented with that in the past. And probably, like, if I look again at my most popular videos, the ones that are like, I bought a Gibson, so you don't have to. That's like my most popular video. And the one where I say the Lazarus Les Paul from Epiphone looks terrible, that one was a popular video. And I say popular as in got more views than other videos. I'm not buying the Slash Les Pauls. That did really well. So yeah, that's probably good. I should probably do that. I've steered away. I've tried to steer away from doing clickbaity stuff over the time of the channel for the most part, but it might be time to be clickbaity. I think we'll see. I'm gonna, with the videos in March, I'm going to experiment with a lot things like that. So we'll see how it goes. Nella says, going through the same thing with my job. Hard to give a crap. Retirement is in the near future. A lot of jobs are like that, Nella. Yeah, it's tough. I think they've, like, as well, like in my actual job right now, there's a lot of people wondering whether there's a future in it because we're not busy. And they're like, they might cut the team in half. If they let half the team go, who amongst us is going out first? And you got to assume it's the people who are in last. I would be in that half. So I'm not too worried. I'm very popular. I'm good at my job. I'm not too worried. And even if they do let me go, I have some good tech background. I have a good tech background. I'll get into another tech company fairly soon, I'd imagine. So I'm not too worried. But yeah, it's just another thing that you worry about from time to time. It's just been a weird fucking year. You know, like if you'd said to me last year I'd be saying that that relationship that I was in is over, I would be like, no fucking way, never happening. So that's just a small insight in that. Again, I don't want to give too many details, and I would never say anything negative about that other person or any details that were bad. There was nothing bad happened. It was just things just happened, man, and that's what it was. Um, and it knocked me out. To be honest, it knocked me out. I stopped giving a shit about anything. So anyway, but hopefully your job, if retirement's in the near future, that's cool. I'm looking forward to retirement. I can't wait. Chai Pup says we need another expensive Bonamassa guitar to criticize. That'd do it, man. That'd do it. Joe, if you go out there, put out another guitar that's crap, will you? SB says, dang, Dave, I'm sorry, man. I tried to go out last year. Everything turned into poop, and time heals, man. We're here for you. I appreciate that, SB. Listen, hey, it's all part of it, you put yourself in situations, you got to expect sometimes not everything's going to go well, and it's okay. I'm coming to terms with it more and more as it goes. Each day, kind of like, okay, I think she's not calling me back. I think, like 6 months later. Anyway, this is how it goes. Benny says, with YouTube, you need to find out what the algorithm responds favorably to. Yeah, it's you could literally spend your life trying super hard, at the the algorithm, and still not understand it. I've been trying for 3 years to figure it out, and then as soon as I think, oh yeah, I got it, they change it. But you're right, it's so hard though, man, and it might also be a thing where I just can't wrap my head around it. Marcia says the YouTube algorithm really changed for the worse to slow growth. Even big channels complain of this. Lots of channels lean into social media, and you're not into that. But maybe you can ask us to help. We're here to help. We love the channel too. Well, thanks, Barsha. Appreciate it. Nella says reviews seem to do well and might be fun. Marcia says, oh, and maybe we love you too. Thanks, Marcia. I do appreciate it. Vincent Dawes says, hey, Dave, I won't slag you for being a shit guitar player anymore. Apologies. It's all right, Vincent. It's just those do sting me for like a week. Yeah. No, honestly, feel free to slag me off for being a shit guitar player, because I don't care. It's all good. William says, go for it, Dave. Thanks, man. And Dennis says, I catch hell because I'll bring it up. FB, I also see folks coming back as well. YouTube has been around a while too. I think folks are coming back. Hang in there. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of Facebook, but hey, it's definitely worth looking at. And just like, even we had the Facebook group up there and it just wasn't working properly and stuff. And I don't really want to spend the time figuring out how to fix it. But again, I probably should. Al says, are YouTube shorts more profitable with current attention spans? Maybe including shorts might help. So yeah, YouTube has a big push. They've only just made shorts monetizable. That's the word. This week or this month. And then I made my first short and I got a copyright claim straight away. Even though YouTube has this, like when you make a short, it's like, hey, would you want to use any of this copyright music? You can use it, no worries. And then I get a copyright claim straight away. First one I've ever had on the channel. So yeah, the dudes over there need to fix that. But it's supposed to be more lucrative. I don't know. The one I did got a few hundred views. I'm going to do more with the Gibson collection book and a couple other ideas. So those will be sprinkled in as extras above and beyond the 30 videos I'm planning to do in March, or 31, I suppose. We'll see how it goes. Look, the thing is, expect the unexpected with the channel for the next few months, because I need to experiment to find a way that makes it satisfying for me, which the only thing I actually like about the channel right now is doing this live stream. And everything else kind of drives me a bit insane. Like, to make a video, damn it. I lost my passion for it. And honestly, not to dig too much into it, but it, or go into it in too much detail, it took away my passion for playing guitar a little bit as well. Because it was just getting on top of me, the whole YouTube thing on top of the other thing and everything. It's been a tough time, and it took away a lot of passion. It's been forcing a guitar into my hands every day for the last couple of months now, because I just really wasn't feeling it at all. So anyway, the answer to your question is yes. I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes. Nella says, I liked the guitar wish list videos. Thanks, Nella. Yeah, those were fun to make a lot of the time. That's why they're back. They're on Patreon. They're the exclusive content. Right now is guitar wish list videos. I may put one or two of the ones that are out already on YouTube as part of the videos in March. We'll see how it goes, just to see if they do well. It's just as an idea. When I was doing those videos, they didn't perform particularly well for the channel, so that's why I stopped doing them. But again, time moves on, things change. Maybe we'll get more results, because the guitars that are on it right now are the Eastman T4086B, the PRS 594, and a Gibson Les Paul. That's the longest one ever. That's like a 20-something minute video. Anyway, Glenn says, sounds like a plan. Go for it. If this sounds like a good plan, go for it. It sounds like a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan. Marcia said, you get these app aggregators. They really post all your content to social media automatically with hashtags and such. Yeah, I guess I should look into that more. Cushman NYC says, you're the best, Dave. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Cushman. Hope you're doing well. Amar says, we need to figure out why the Facebook group isn't functioning right. Maybe let someone have a look with a temporary admin access to have a look at the settings and such. If someone is a Facebook expert, we will sure let them know. Let me know. Hit me up in the email. Benny Larson says, some days could also be live streams. Would also save on editing. That's a great idea, Benny. Yeah, at one stage I was a good while ago now, maybe last summer or something. I was like, I'm going to do a live stream every now and then, and I did like 2 just drop in go lives, and yeah, folks came to them, so that was good. So yeah, I might do some live streams just like midweek, just for the crack, have a quick chat with people. Because it's a good idea, because there are folks who watch the channel who can't get to this live stream because right now is like the time that they sleep, or in the case of Micah and Robert and other folks down in that part of the world, it's very early on Sunday morning. So it's not convenient for everybody. So yeah, if we could do some other times, hang out for a half an hour or so, that might work. Or I might just do a video and make it a live video instead of, as you say, no editing is always good. So we'll see. It's a great idea, Benny. I do appreciate it. Nala says, we viewers need to do a better job of sharing the vids of our fave creators. It's an interesting one, because I don't know how much I would share someone's content, even if I loved it. So I don't really expect folks to do it either. But what I would say is, the best thing you can do for any creator is hit the like button, watch all of the video all the way through, because YouTube pays attention to that sort of thing. And just engage with the channel as much as possible. Like, not just mine, other people's channels, like leave a comment, say cool video, something like that. That helps channels, because any engagement. So even if people are talking shit in the comments, they're actually helping the channel. It's weird though, because I'm thinking about it myself. I'm like, there's an awful lot of channels that I watch, and I'm like, I just don't even think of hitting the thumbs up button, for example, when I'm watching a video. So now I'm trying to be more conscious of doing that. But it is tough, I get it. Like, we've all got other stuff on our minds. Never mind liking a video about how Cesar told me I was wrong about Epiphones when I was right about them. So whatever, Cesar. But anyway. Marcia says, yes, no, that's why I try to tell people I'll beat them up for not liking and sharing. I mean, we are all scared of you, Marcia. Just a little bit. Chris from Coburg says, we won't leave you if you don't leave us, Dave. That sounds fair. That sounds fair. And Glenn says, Marcia sounds like a drop your... moving on. Marjorie right at dawn, bitches. Indeed. Micah says, I'm excited to see how you do in March, my fellow Irishman, and we can never get tired of seeing our budget Irish Billy Gibbons. Oh man, that's the nicest compliment I think I've ever had. Thanks, man. Hey, listen, I'm preparing you guys as well. So if I'm newly single after 11 years, I might be shaving the beard, because Anytime I've had a beard, I've never found a new person. So yeah, the beard might be going in this year, in summer, in the right after Nam, I think maybe we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it's a long story. Uh, um, Glenn says, Muddy, that chick from outer space was the first to break his heart. Ours was that, or was that his virginity? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. She broke something, but we won't get into that. Muddy H.O. says, Glenn, how do you know where I'm really from? I told him, that's how. You weren't here that week. Ben says, got to be honest, I hate shorts. I hide them off my feed. Anything under 3 minutes. Yeah, I agree. I don't watch them much, and that's why I've kind of struggled to make them. I think I've made like 4 in the past, and mostly like terrible. I enjoyed making the one earlier this week though, with the Slash collection. A little fun with it, and I have a new piece of equipment for NAMM that I got to that I bought that I got to test out using it, and I need a little bit more practice with it. So probably make more shorts this week and in the next couple of weeks. But for sure, I am with you there, Ben. It's not my favorite way to view content at all. Nella said we need a loop TCD week where we all pick a vid, mute it, and play it on a loop for a week. That is a cool idea, Nella. Unfortunately, YouTube have this thing where I believe this is what I've been told, but we can all try it. But YouTube have this thing where they apparently only count one of your views from the same IP address, which is, I think it's true, because like I watch a couple of very, very small channels, and I do that. I watch their videos like 3 or 4 times, and they don't tend to get a huge bump in numbers when I do. I like people who would have 10 views and I watched their video 4 times and it still has 11 or 12 views. So, but also the view counter is not accurate on any videos. And there's a couple of places, like when I check my videos on YouTube and then I check them in the YouTube Studio app, the Creator Studio app, it's always different. So it's never accurate. YouTube's never accurate. I don't know. It's kind of a stupid platform. But maybe calling it stupid is not the best plan of attack for me. There you go. But yeah, I like that idea, Nella. Thank you so much. Glenn says, Muddy, where's it gone? Why does it keep jumping away from me? There we go. Glenn says, Muddy, I work for the post office. When you control the mail, you control information. I know what solar system you're from. Interesting, because he won't give me that information. T says, is Mark Agnesi one of the Americans that broke your heart? No, not yet. Muddy says, Glenn, so you're the guy I need to talk to about cancelling my mail. I do that for sure. Nella says, YouTube is trying to take a bite out of TikTok, so they are really pushing shorts. So hold your nose and put some out. Yeah, it's exactly it. That's what they're doing. And as I said, yeah, the first short that I really tried has gone out this week. We will see how it goes. And Muddy, Glenn says, Muddy, you can cancel it, but it will just end up in your neighbor's box. That sounds rude. Anyway, Al says, for all the years I was working, I've heard that it takes 3 to 5 years for a business to start being successful. So hang in there, even if it's by the neck. Yeah. Oh, something I should have mentioned is I have like 3 or 4 other things going on the side. So it's not like I'm just like, I just wish I wasn't doing this. Just read a book or something. I have other projects that I'm working on that I kind of need to spend time with as well. So YouTube has gone down the list of priorities for me. That I should have mentioned that. And yeah, my other stuff is turning more profit, so or are becoming more successful. So that has been something to think about. But when it all comes to it, like I don't have a community in any of the other things. It's not a group of people. It's just me by myself churning out stuff, which is different. It's interesting. It's all going pretty well, but yeah, I get you, Al. You're spot on the money there. To be quite honest with you, it takes time. I think it's hard not to look at other channels and go, why is that channel doing well? It's only like 6 months old and it's got like 250,000 subscribers, or it's got 80,000 subscribers. I've been doing this for 3 years and I've got 7. And look, seven's great. That's huge. Like when I was struggling to get to 1,000, I was like, wow, imagine if I had 5,000. And here I am at seven. So I'm not disrespecting that. Like I'm very proud of the fact that there's seven. I just look at some channels. Now there's one particular guitar channel. I'm not going to mention the name of the channel. Some of you guys might have figured this out about the channel though. They kind of get talked about a good bit. Oh, this channel said this or this channel said that. And they are 199% buying subscribers. I know this because they have a high number of subscribers and they'll put out a video and get 200 views. That doesn't happen. If you've got, let's just say 80,000 subscribers, you should be getting a minimum of 10,000 views per video, 8 to 10,000 views, not 200. And this was not a one-off. This was like every video for a month, and like 12 videos got like 200, 300 views. So that's a sign channel's buying subscribers. That pisses me off. I don't know why it pisses me off. Who cares? But it does pisses me off. Anyway, what was that all? What made me think about that? YouTube, man. It's just a weird thing. Sometimes I love it, by the way. Sometimes I love it, but usually that's Saturday night. Chris from Coburg says relationships are way overrated. It's draining. I date now. Nothing serious. Who's in? I'm one of those dudes who believes every romantic comedy he's ever watched. So yeah, which is ironic because everything I've learned from romantic comedies failed in this relationship. Yeah, which is weird. I made a romantic comedy once. I'm not gonna say anything else about it. It was a fun time, and it always got good reviews from people who watched it. So, yeah. So maybe now I make a breakup movie. Who knows? Could be time to get back in the movie business. Actually could be. Who knows? Nella says, I work in IT support for a large not-for-profit company. They keep replacing teams with offshore contract companies. I hope they offer me a buyout, to be honest. Nella, you know what? My company has floated the idea. I know they let some people go. It's a big tech company. I won't say which one, but it's a big company in the tech space. We do stuff online. And they recently let people go. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say anything about it, but they were offered 12 weeks pay. I'm not going to say anything else just in case it's tracked down, but I'd probably take 12 weeks pay, to be honest, right now. As I said, I've got stuff going on that's going all right. So I'd be all right. I'd pay my bills. That's all I need to do. I probably wouldn't buy any guitars for a year if that happened, but you know, I'd sell some t-shirts, try and buy some guitars with that. Scott from Bogfoot says, Slash played a Strat video. That was just a fun one. By the way, that was an experiment, this week's video that I put out. See if people would watch a video about Slash playing a Strat, because it's well known he's played Strats and stuff, but the way I put that video together was interesting, and I'm playing around with a couple of things, a couple of tools and things, and that video came out of me just looking at that book and seeing a Strat and be like, let's see what he played. So that on. So anyway, it's a fun one. I liked it. If you liked it, cool. Chris from Coburg says Slash played a Strat because they do everything. You notice I didn't give my personal opinion. But anyway, how about some friendly trolling? The Beatles couldn't play their instruments. Ooh. Chris says, who are the Beatles? Oh my God. T says, have you looked into Rumble? It's on the list. I haven't so far yet, but I do have a big list I wrote out of different things to check into. Rumble's on it. So we will see. Marcia says, Nella, Nella, your idea would be better if we each made a TCD playlist on repeat, or just have the YouTube settings keep playing the next video when each one finishes playing. Yeah, that would work. But hey, listen, I don't expect you guys to do anything like that. It's completely up to me to make content that gets repeat views, and gets, I don't know, much more interest in them. I genuinely think a little bit of my disinterest in YouTube, my being sick of making videos has affected the quality of them. I don't think they've been good enough. So part of what I'm trying to focus on, and why I'm mentioning it, is because I can hold myself accountable. I told you guys I'm going to try better, so I have to try better, and I haven't been. So that's all part of it, you know, being honest and upfront and saying, hey, I got to do better, make better videos. And if you guys want to keep watching them, that's great, and I love you for it. But anyway, we'll see. In April, we're going to have an interesting month, a fun month. I'm sure that's going to revive my interest. I'm going to the biggest guitar show in the world. I know it's a music show, but that's the reason I started the channel. I want to go to the NAMM show someday. And that's why, like, I started my channel when the NAMM show was on in the year of 2020. Nobody knew what was coming. Oh, it's been a fun time since then, hasn't it? Anyway, Rick Bonneville says, Dave, what's blowing smoke up your kilt as of late? I mean, you know, I don't usually wear my kilt in public. That's what that's what it is. Glenn says, Dave's daily kilt talk. What's blowing up your kilt today? New show. Marcia says, that's actually brilliant. Well, hey, chill out. Yes. we'll I don't know, you guys do make me laugh. That's why I love the Saturday night show. But anyway, it's all good. It's all in good fun. There may be other YouTube channels that I do, by the way, which will be not guitar related. I don't know if I will publish much about them on the YouTube channel, so you might have to follow me on Twitter or YouTube or somewhere like that. I do have a Twitter. I don't think I've ever posted on it. But there you go. Oh, Amazon just sent out a book I ordered. Nice. I could probably start a book channel because I'm reading a lot more these days because I have a little bit more time. Someone else is not around anymore. That's a whole other story. SB says, I have a plan, guys, for content for the channel. We raid Cesar's house. All the guitars. Remember, people, if we Naruto run, we can avoid bullets. That works. It's a good plan. But Cesar, I'm not going to let them do it. I promise. It's not us. It's probably that other channel. They probably did it. Micah says, shave the beard and put on a top hat. Save money on sunblock. Hey, I'm all about saving the money. Sounds good to me, man. Yeah, you never know. You never know what could work. Oh, put it on top, not a top hat. Put it on top. I mean, hey, we talked about beard hair on top of head hair a couple weeks ago, maybe last week. I don't know. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. Yeah, it's not going to. Let me see. We've got Rick Bonneville says, we also you need a Zach Wilde your beard at some point just for a change. Oh man, it's some dude that I worked with when I worked in Apple was trying to get me to Kerry King my beard. I was like, no, you know, Kerry's got that look tied down. So I don't think it's for me. Let me see then. Christian Kohlberg says, let's take a poll. Do ladies care about beards or no? I have an answer after years of being told. I mean, dude, the thing is, some people like them. Some people like the look of them, but don't like the feel of them. And that is a quite tricky situation. Yeah. It goes from, I get some interests with the beard. Some people really dig it. Some people really do not dig it. But hey, I'm gonna leave that to you guys. Al says, thanks, Marcia. That's sharing info is a good idea. I never thought of it. Benny says, I've made it a habit to hit the like button. Now it's more conscious decision not to do it. Good stuff, Benny. Yeah, something I definitely need to make a more conscious decision of, especially on channels that I do enjoy. And like I watch lots of stuff on YouTube that's not guitar related. And I just, I'll watch a good video and it just doesn't cross my mind sometimes. Or I won't leave a comment because I just don't think of it. But some channels, weirdly enough, first thing I do, hit the like button. So, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. It's a weird thing that YouTube do. Like, hit the like button. And they say that it only affects whether you see the video or you don't see the video if you hit the dislike button. But I think it does have an impact. Glenn says, do a vid series on dyeing your beard different colors. And if it gets too crazy, then shave it. Man, that's for my beard channel. I'll have to keep that one for that. But thanks. I have been advised to dye my beard several times, and I'm against it. I'm against that sort of activity. Rick says, I'd like to see deep dives and local guests that you deem worthy, which would be nobody. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a few guests on at some point. There's a few people I'd like to get on. One of the things I might try and do is get other YouTubers on. Somebody reached out to me and asked to be on the channel, although I'm not really sure what they bring to the party. So we'll see. I have a lot of ideas for March. We'll see how it goes. Probably like you'd be like the first, second, third of March, you'd be like, wasn't Dave supposed to put a video out every day? And he hasn't put out any. So I'm doing my best. The first is Wednesday, I think. I'm doing my best. We should hopefully get a video out every day. I'm trying. The first one, I have a couple of really interesting stories I'm going to do videos about, just talking about them. And I'm also going to try and make the videos around about 5 minutes long each day, rather than, just in case you don't know, I try to make my videos at least 8 minutes long, because they say YouTube wants your video to be 8 minutes long. That's what the algorithm wants. But I'm seeing more and more channels put out like 5-6 minute videos. So I'm going to try and jump on, like big channels. So I'm going to try and jump on that bandwagon and make like 5-6 minute videos again, and see how it goes. But I appreciate all your ideas, guys, and thank you so much for the support. It really does make a difference to me, and it means a lot to me. T says, she broke my heart and my nose. My nose has remained intact. And the only time she attempted, she accidentally punched me in the nose. Like, you just felt like one of those. It was accidentally. I mean, I don't think I pissed her off that day or nothing. But it only hurt. It only stung for like a week. No, she wasn't a violent person. Isn't a violent person. Not physically. Glenn says, I'd be interested in a series of interviews with Marty the Luthier. I'd love to chat to Marty on video. I'll see if I can get him involved. I don't think Marty knows I do YouTube about guitars. So that'll be interesting. I'll have to tell him. Marsha says, I try to remember to share the stream and Dave's videos on Twitter. I might get one of those apps like TweetDeck or IFTTT that will post on all social media at once to make it easier and often automated. That's a great idea, Marsha, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Al says, how about trying guitars in movies? Talk about the guitar is just an idea. That's a great idea, Al. I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, it's something that I do think that would be interesting, like stuff like the guitars of Back to the Future, because often people are quite wrong about that. People think it's a 335 and it's not a 335. Yeah, just some very cool things to go through there. So I do appreciate that, Al. Thank you. My knees hurt says, one of my videos I got 1,600 views, but they only watched 20 seconds of it. So I think it was a bot. Average views are 30. It is a tricky situation where your view time, what you've got to try and do, they say, is have your first minute like be not broken up, but kind of like leave it to, that's why I do my intro where I'm like, hey, today we're talking about whatever. And then there's my intro, which is like 10 seconds. By the time you're there, you're like 30 seconds into the video. You may as well watch the next minute, see what happens. And then it's up to me to keep you engaged after that minute. And if you do, and you stay more than half the video, it's going to go well. So that's the thing. So stay as long as you can on videos, including My Knees Hurt. That'd be cool. On his videos, I mean, on his videos. Glenn says, I say you and Carl should do at least a video at least once a month. The thing is, I don't know. I would do that for sure. Carl puts so much work into his videos. Like, I'm not kidding. Dude will spend all day editing his videos. I will spend an hour editing mine. You can tell the difference. So not even an hour. Sometimes I record and edit a video within an hour. I've never really had a big love of the editing process, even when we were doing film stuff. So, but he does, he loves it. So he spends a lot more time on it and doing fancy things. When it comes to doing videos together, I, I, I don't know. I don't know if he would be interested in doing it. I've said it a few times. It's a good idea, Glenn. I might talk to him. We'll see. Um, Let me see, where are we now? March says, I think I know which channel he's talking about. Yeah, buying subs is crappy. I don't even see how it helps with few views. I'm not going to confirm or deny which channel it is, but I will say I think it's quite obvious when you look at if you go into the channel page and see the views compared to the number of subscribers, it's very obvious. And I think I'm going to move on because I'll end up slipping and saying which channel it is. I just think it's a shitty tactic that people, or this particular channel does, and lots of other channels do it in other genres. I just think it's stupid. It's just trying to get one of those plaques for the wall. We're all trying to get one of them, but you got to do it the right way. There's no point buying subscribers because those people don't watch your videos, and then you look stupid. Anyway. Apologies. I shouldn't give out about other channels because hey, it's a grind, whatever you're doing, whether you're doing well or whether you're not. I think it is a grind either way. Rick says maybe come up with a sequel to That Sinking Feeling. That's an idea. That is an idea. Says maybe have Muddy H2O design your video thumbnails. I would be scared and intrigued by what Muddy H2O would do. Would be a fun one. Thanks for that idea, Al. Benny says, careful with the jokes, guys. Before you know it, this channel will be 3 Kilt Dave. Great idea. Great idea. Rick says, Nam Show is not the Nam Show of old. No longer an industry get together and hang. If this was 1989, we'd be trying... Oh, sorry, I dropped. We're trying to drink each other under the table whilst checking out cool gear. Yeah, I'm just more interested in the gear. I've seen the underneath of many a table, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. All about the gear and the experience, and also it's a reason to start traveling again. That's one of the big things for me because it's been 3 years since I've traveled, which is the longest I've gone in a long time. Without traveling somewhere cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting the road and getting somewhere cool again. Nella says, I'd like to see a Pelham blue beard. Dude, come on. That's a great idea. Christopher Goldberg says, maybe we should do a few group live streams with a few guests each week if possible. Guests on live streams is very kind of tricky to figure out. I've tried. I think I can do like a guest host kind of thing, or an interview type of thing, and have someone on live. I'm not quite sure how to do it where everyone, like on YouTube. I guess I could figure it out. I guess I'll have to try and figure it out, but we'll see how it goes. YouTube's just done something weird. All right, well, we'll just roll with it. It's all fine. Everything's still here. Great idea, Chris, though. I'll do my best. You guys will probably know who I'm going to try and get as my first guest on the channel. We'll see if I can get it in the next couple of weeks. SB said, I had one chick tell me to shave off my beard to a scruff. Never dated her. She was insane. But hey, she was right about my hobo look. Scruff always since then. The good thing I will say, not the one of the good things about the lady in question, she never told me to change anything about myself. She was just, she was just cool with everything, which is great. Benny says, Dave, pink is a very popular color for hair dyeing. Just a suggestion, to get the younger viewers. I mean, dude, if I could, I wouldn't. So yeah, thanks. SB says, Dave, Tinder tip. If you get super likes from fugly people, don't interact. They report you for not being interested, and then you end up banned for life like me. Dude, that is rough. Yeah. The few times, because as I mentioned, 11 years this thing was going on. So I haven't really checked out dating apps, but in the time that I have, which has mostly been in the last few months, I have been very scared. People be crazy. I don't know if you guys know that, but people be crazy. Marsh says some collaborations with other channels could be interesting. That kid Kalen from Six String TV is a scream, and he's also looking to do collabs. He's a really intelligent and interesting teenager. Is that the guy? He was on KDH's channel this week, I think. talking about stuff. Yeah, interesting dude. Yeah. Haven't really seen too many of his videos, to be honest. Six String cut the headstock off a Les Paul today and turned it into a headless. All right, well, I have not seen that. I shall look at it. That sounds weird. Mar says, yes, oh, that's super cool or shocking depending on the person. But he does very intelligent videos about guitar history and brands. Interesting. Great show today, folks. I have to get some stuff done. Stupid chores. Have a great weekend, everyone. That's when my knees hurt. All the best, my knees. Thanks for dropping in and for your good ideas. I appreciate it. Glenn says, Tree Kilts and the Truth, Dave's new interview platform. It will for sure be like a 3 chords and the truth kind of idea. Yeah, we'll see. Rick Bonneville says, how old were you in 1989? I was 7. So yeah, which was I'm pretty sure I was 7 when I heard Appetite for Destruction. So it would have been around 1989. And it was a lady. It was an attractive lady who introduced me to Appetite for Destruction. She was my best friend at the time's older sister. She was like 14. I had quite a crush. I was obsessed. She put on Rocket Queen and my life changed. Anyway, my life changed many times thanks to music, but there you go. Al says, another idea, take a band or artist and describe the guitars they use. That's pretty much what I'm going to do with the Slash collection book. I'm going to go through, there's some interesting stuff in there that, there's some interesting prototypes, which a couple of which I posted on Instagram and a couple of which I didn't. And I'm going to make a short and I'm going to make a long form video about some of the cool guitars in that book. I go like that because it's over there out of camera view at the moment. It's quite large, so it's just out of the way on a platform there at the minute. But yeah, that's going to be a video this week for sure. I don't know when, but it'll be this week because the book I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put the book. That's cool. The whole thing about, by the way, it's signed a piece of paper signed by Slash. It is. So Slash clearly was sent a bunch of papers, and those papers were then glued into the book. So I don't know how I feel about that. I suppose it's still part of the book, and it's fine. My book is 842 out of 1,000. Which is fine. I did see on eBay someone was trying to sell the book for $900. They had book number 2, which is interesting. I don't think I would sell book number 2 for $900. That's quite a low number. I was hoping to get book 666 because that would have been hilarious, but it didn't. There you go. 842, just about got there. But anyway, yeah. So if you guys were wondering, that's how it was. Slash signed a piece of paper that was glued into the book. Am I disappointed by that? And he just wrote Slash. He didn't like do any pictures or anything. But they do have a Scully drawn on it, which was printed. Anyway, most expensive book I've ever bought for myself. Most expensive book I ever bought in general was $600. 600 euro. Yeah, 600 euros. And that was a present. There you go. Let me see. That was a good idea from Al. What else we got? DMAX says, I like the videos I saw from last year's NAMM more than others. Before, it seemed too big and corporate. Last year looked like more fun and people really engaged with each other and gear. Yeah, I'm honestly, like, one of the things I'm looking forward to NAMM is kind of making a lot more content, a lot more contacts within the business. The guitar business with people, because I can't just keep making here's a Gibson or Epiphone leak video and hoping they do well. They do all right, like there's definitely, but there you go. SB says, lol, yep, they're cray. I strongly suggest Bumble, and we're all afraid of dating apps, but it's 2023. The future is more digital, sadly. True, and I don't hit the pub on a Saturday night anymore because I got this other thing I do on Saturdays. So, yeah, it's probably a dating app is probably in the future at some point. Marcia says, okay, Glenn is the new marketing director. Absolutely, it pays exactly 3 packets of M&Ms a month. So if you're down for it, Glenn, you got the job. Rick says, I was 27. There you go. I think I can figure out how old you were, considering I was 7 and you were 27. So if I do the math on that, you were Right now, you are 27 and a half. Yeah. Maths is not my strong point. You may have no noticed. Scott says, at least it's integral to the book, not loose. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, Cesar signed it as well. There's a little piece of paper signed by Cesar, which is fun. Thought that was so funny. SB says, lol, you too. I had a friend. He had a older sister, and once I visited and she came out of the shower with just a towel. Me, boner, comma, to say the least. Those sisters, man. Those sisters. Yeah. Anyway, if Sharon's out there, those are the days. Yeah. Ugh. She knew it too. She knew. Anyway, Marsh says, I'll be the social media director for this channel. Anyone else here want a title? Well, I'm giving them out on Dave's behalf. Yeah, feel free. Go on. Knock yourself out with the titles, dudes. I do appreciate it. SB says, I never get books, but the Billy Gibbons book always called out to me. I might get it. Get books. Books are cool, man. I love reading books. I've read all kinds of... Recently, I've got more into reading... it's completely going off topic. I used to read a lot of biographies, like rock biographies and stuff like that. I'm getting more and more into novels now, and I'm loving it. It's good fun. So anyway, that's pointless information about me right now. Anyways, get the Billy Gibbons book. Let me know if it's any good. Glenn says, that is your strong suit, Marcia. You're very knowledgeable about it. I learned from you. Good stuff. And Scott says, thanks for everything, Dave. You're the best. Thanks, Scott. I do appreciate it. Just laughing there because Rick says, did you start growing the beard at 7? No, man, I didn't. I actually couldn't grow a beard properly until I was like in my mid-20s. And then I refrained from it for quite a while. And this beard is exactly 3 years old. So yeah, it's pre... the last time I actually shaved completely bald-faced was January 2020, and here I am, all this time later. But anyway, guys, we're at the end. It's been a cool show. Thanks for listening to my explanation of things, and listen, I hope you stick with me. Some videos next month hopefully will do well. I know some of them are not going to hit well because it's just that you're experimenting. Things will go well, things will not go well. So we'll see. But we'll do our best. Some of them might be weird, some of them might be super cool. So let me know what you guys like on a week-by-week basis as you come to the show. And thanks so much. As I said earlier in my stuff I was talking about, you guys this is your channel. I just get to be out here talking about stuff. You guys make it special. I appreciate everything you guys do. Some of you have become like really important friends and people I like to bounce ideas off, and people who I know I can trust to be in the comment section supporting me and protecting me, should I say. And it means a lot. It really does. You guys are super cool. And the thing that's kept me going and will keep me going on YouTube is this community. You guys are awesome. And if you're new to the community, you mean just as much as the people who've been here from day one. It's great to see new folks every week, and it's great to see all of you guys sticking around. And we have our in-jokes and we have our good times, and I wouldn't give it up for the world unless somebody offered me $2,000 a month. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I got a few more comments coming in. Let me see. SB says, she knew they all do. What a scam. What hot people say I'm not attractive. Sure. Well, it's subjective. Marge says, probably not, Rick. It was shorter when the channel launched. It was quite short at the time. It was only to like here when the channel started. Take your age and add 20 years. Yeah, I got it, Rick. I was just kidding. Al says, keep the faith. See you next week. Glenn says, Geek Lord is looking for a job on his channel. Maybe he can be the GH maintenance. Oh, I don't think he'd do a good job. William Farrar says, bye all. Glenn says, keep in there, Dave. We're here for you. Thank you. Nella says, hang in there. Have a great week. SB says, it's been a great stream. It does good for the soul to share. Thank you, Dave. We got your back. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Marcia says, we're here for you, Dave. Thanks for being brave to be honest with us. We will collectively help make this better. Thanks, Marcia. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the help with shares and all that sort of stuff. Chris says, good night, Wisconsin. Grant says, Dave sold us for 2K. What a bargain. And Cushman says, good night all. Guys, thank you so much. I do love you. I love you all equally. And you're all super cool. So thanks so much. I'll see you next week. There'll be lots of videos coming. So prepare for an avalanche of Dave. Or maybe that was the problem. Anyway, enjoy your week. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.